So, Natasha, the first question is for you. When you were approached for this project, how did you how did you feel about it, and what got you really excited to be a part of this anthology?
Yeah, so this project approached me really hard on June 24th, 2022, when Roe versus Wade was overturned. So basically, I put this project together and gathered an amazing group of women within a week of Roe versus Wade being overturned. So it came to me in a way that was undeniable. And it made me stop everything I was doing in my life, like hard stop, and start doing something, because we can use art to communicate. And it was really important to communicate on the topic of reproductive rights.
Right, and when you were casting this anthology sequel sequence in the film, how did you go about getting Molly and Jennifer for this as well?
Yeah, well, I'll let them chime in on how that worked out.
Jen, you go.
I was just going to say, I mean, Natasha is she's very close to me, and Molly as well. We're all very close, and so we we're all always trying to work together in any capacity, and this was a special instance. And so the person also who directed my segment, Bonnie, is a very close friend of mine, and we were excited to work together. And so yeah, it's all very in the family.
Yeah, I would be parroting that. I love Tasha and I love the projects she puts together. And this one having such a powerful message behind it. For me, I was feeling a lot of anger and shock at that time with the overturning of Roe v. Wade. So when she came to me, it was really a godsend, because I also needed a place to vent those frustrations. So being able to do that in a way that would actually be impactful to other people and give a voice to other people was really a privilege and an honor.
And truly, just to add this, in order to get this project made, Natasha had to find people who were willing to just jump in and do the thing for donating their time, basically. And that's what everyone on the project did.
Yeah, so that's exactly, that's really important for all the actors, for all the creators, for every single person involved, so for everyone who held a light, for everyone who ran and grabbed coffee, for everyone who sat through post-production for months and months. Everyone cared about this topic, and we came together to make this fast. Everyone dropped what they were doing and donated time, volunteered. We begged, borrowed, we didn't steal anything, but we pushed every limit from how quickly we filmed. We started filming within a month of Roe versus Wade being overturned. This entire thing was shot over a 10-day period across two states, in Los Angeles and in Atlanta and Georgia. So every single aspect of it was a push, and everyone was being pushed to their limits, and everyone was giving the most of their hearts, because this was important to all of us.
Right, and the importance of that overturn in court and doing this project so fast, that had to be kind of, excruciating and terrifying as well, just getting this project done in that amount of time. So how much pressure was on you guys to just kind of get this filming done?
It's raw, the film is raw. It's emotional. We didn't have time to go back and check everything. We didn't have time to sit with characters for a long time. So, everyone jumped in. Scheduling was crazy. Jen flew in from Colorado, hours before filming, I think, So, I'll let Molly and Jennifer speak to that a little bit also.
Oh my gosh. I mean, all the weight was really on Tasha's shoulders. She was our captain, and she was always so cool under that pressure. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, all I had to do was show up and work very quickly with Megan Rosati, my director, and to see the creativity they had already put into the set with such limited resources. That was unbelievable for me. So being able to have a creative experience for a good purpose was really awesome. And then I got to leave. So it really, like Tasha, it's incredible what you were able to do, and all the directors as well.
I mean, just speaking on Natasha's behalf and on all of the filmmakers' behalves, it's very difficult making a movie. Making a movie is very hard. Everyone wants to be a critic, but the truth is making a movie is very, very hard. And you're never ready to release that thing out there. You're always going, there's still one more thing I could change. I could still like, you know, it's kind of like at some point you just got to go, okay, here it is. And in this case, it was that in like weeks, and you're just going, okay, well, we just gotta get it done. So that's just what we're gonna do. And everyone just had to set their egos aside and say, okay, I don't care that it's not ready. I don't care that, you know, it's just gotta go. It's gotta go out. People gotta see this thing.
And
yeah, you know, most of these films shot in a day. A very few of them were lucky enough to have 2 days or like a day and a half, you know, because the equipment had to move somewhere or be returned or whatever it was. We were really lucky to have some really huge donations for equipment from Keslow Camera, from Panavision. But, you know, for Jennifer with her piece, DTF with Bonnie DiCepolo directing, they had a day and then like a little extra of a day because that was the day the equipment was being returned. So, you know, we had a lot of generosity, but we also had to navigate, you know, within that generosity as well.
Right. And have you watched the finished product of Give Me an A at all? Or are you still just kind of waiting on watching it?
I have watched it about 507 times.
I think I've only seen it 3 times, but yes, very much have seen it and love it. And I think just from a watching standpoint, what's really cool about it is every time you watch it, a different short kind of sticks in your mind, and you'll find yourself just thinking about it all the time. And it's funny because we didn't just make this for entertainment value, but there is intrinsic entertainment value in it, which is my favorite way of getting any important message across.
So what was your favorite anthology short in the film? This goes for all of you as well.
Well, you know, it's real. I've seen it so many times. I just watched it. I'm in Chicago right now, and we kicked off the theatrical screenings in Chicago at the Music Box, and it was really beautiful. And I hadn't watched it in a while, and by a while I mean like a month. But there was a piece that hit me this time. It was Megan Rossati's piece. Oh, that Molly is in, and it hit me while we were watching it in Chicago in a way that made me start crying. I actually left the theater because I was like really emotional about it. And it's okay if I leave the theater. I've seen it so many times. I knew it was coming next. And that's happened with every single one of the films. I've laughed at different times. I've cried at different times. But what's really important with, I think, all the films is that they, you know, with this anthology, it was really important that we keep the quality of the work matching so that there wouldn't be something that stood out as everyone's, or not as everyone's favorite, but as the best piece or the worst piece, but rather you could watch it over and over and have a different piece impact you. So they're really very different, but they all have a same quality because we were using all the same equipment and the same lights, and we had some standards in place across all the films. So, you know, I can say today that like, that was a piece, that hit me. It's called Plan C last night or 2 nights ago, at our screening really hard. And every single one of those pieces has hit me in a different way at different times.
Perfectly said.
What's the name of that? The first one, the opening short.
Voiceless.
The Voiceless. That has like been seared into my memory. The simplicity and the horror of that one really like gets me in my bones. Yeah.
I think that I can't remember the name of it, but the one The one that kind of feels like an episode of I don't know, The Last of Us or something like that. What's the one where in the
With Gina Torres?
Gina Torres and Jason George.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's called The Last Store. It was directed by Lauren Escandon.
The Last Store of Us. The last,
The Last Store of Us.
I really like that one a lot.
It's pretty incredible. They're beautiful performances in that. The direction's amazing. And my favorite sentence is said in that piece.
What is it?
And that is that it's a quote from Martin Luther King. And it's that we have a moral duty to disobey an unjust law.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us at Infamous Horrors and Infamous Interviews today. It's been fun, and congratulations on the film.
Thanks.
Thank you.